Hi everyone, it's really good to see you. It's been a while since I've done a video. There hasn't really been much to say, but I do want to wish you all a happy holiday season. I am standing in the beautiful gallery at the Central Library, and today I want to talk about a couple of things. I want to start by acknowledging that COVID numbers are going up. We all know this. This is not something you're hearing from me. We know this. And I do want you to know that we've been having conversations over the last couple of weeks about whether to recommend a change in our services to the city manager. I met with the city manager this morning, and my recommendation, which he accepted, was to not change any of our current services. That means we will stay open at our current 8 locations with the same hours and the same level of service. Now, here's why I recommended that. We've had very, very few positive cases amongst our staff since March, and we have no evidence. In fact, we're pretty sure that no one has contracted at work. I can never say 100% certainty, but each one of those staff has a good idea where they contracted it, and it wasn't at work. We have no evidence that there is any reason to worry in our locations. The staffing plan we have in place with our pod working, the way that folks are moving around, the way that we have a plan whenever we need to deep clean or someone needs to go into quarantine, these things are working. And the end result is that we have had over 20,000 people walk into those 8 locations consistently over the past few months. So I could not in good conscience recommend that we roll back any of our services. So please let me know if you have any questions or concerns about that. This is uncharted territory for all of us, but I want you to know that we have a plan. We've had conversations and we're not ignoring this. And we're going to take this just like we did back in April, May, June, a couple weeks at a time. We're watching the numbers just as closely as you are. And I'm open to changing that recommendation if it proves necessary to do so. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the email that came out from the city manager just about an hour ago about the city in negotiations to acquire the old Pier 1 corporate headquarters and make it the new city hall. You may recall that there was a lot of talk about the next bond cycle, selling the Central Library here and moving us into a brand new city hall that the city was going to construct. This is no longer an option. Because the city is planning to buy the Pier 1 building, there is no space for a central library there. So as of now, we are staying put. Doesn't mean that we won't continue to think about selling the central library and finding a space that's better suited for us, but we will not be a part of that project. And if anyone from the public asks you about that, you are welcome to give that response. We will not be a part of that new project. Now, the other thing I wanted to let you know about the Central Library is that when we open for the public, and the plan is still to open the remaining 7 branches sometime in the new year, when we open the Central Library, we will not be opening the lower level. And that doesn't mean we won't just not be opening the lower level temporarily. We will not be opening the lower level at all. So that means that this upper floor, this ground floor that has the gallery and the children's room, that will reopen, but not downstairs. So one of the things we're going to be doing over the next month or so is consolidating as much as we can from downstairs, upstairs, so that everything we can think of that people will need when they come in the building will be on the first floor. So the public access computers will be in this computer lab that's right here behind me, and we have some other ideas in the works. I just wanted you to know that many of you have never worked in the Central Library and maybe never come down here, But the central library, you have to understand, in a library system can be a flagship building. And people have a lot of pride about the central library. And so there may be some people who are unhappy that they can't go downstairs, but we're going to do everything we can to ensure that it has the least impact possible. Upstairs here is beautiful, downstairs needs a lot of work, and we just don't have the budget for that right now. So those are my two pieces of big news, but I mostly just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you. I miss seeing all of you, and you know, during these times, 20,000 people a month, that tells me that they're telling us that they need and want their library. The thank you for everything that you do for our community every single day. I'm always happy to hear from you if you want to send me an email, and have a wonderful holiday season with your family. Stay healthy and stay safe.